What's up, guys? Today, I want to talk about the biggest problem with Suboxone. Okay, Suboxone, Subutex, methadone, buprenorphine, basically medication assistance, and it's this concept that we know about in addiction called rock bottom. And what does it mean? Okay, what does it mean to hit rock bottom? Well, there's lots of different ways people hit rock bottom, but how is that an actual problem with medication assistance? And here's how I see it in two different ways. There's two different kinds of people in addiction, right? The people that hit rock bottom and the people that don't. Now, the people that hit rock bottom and then they turn to medication assistance, they tend to see the medication assistance almost like their savior, right? Like it saved their life. They don't see, and so therefore they can't see themselves living without it. Okay, so they can't think outside of a system that allows them to exist without this medication assistance. They don't see themselves as living a sober life without any help. Okay, and then the opposite end of that are people who haven't hit rock bottom and they use medication assistance. So to them, it's almost like it's like they don't respect the addiction, you know what I mean, enough, and maybe they don't respect the medication assistance enough. So maybe they just see it as a temporary crutch, or they see it as just something they're kind of on and off. Again, you'll see this a lot in the comments. We get a lot of people who say, they're very, they feel like medication assistance is almost worse than the drugs they were doing because it's so difficult to stop it. But if you actually get into their history, you'll see that they have this very, this circular pattern of use and relapse and medication assistance and stopping and relapse and medication assistance and relapse. Just constantly stopping the medication assistance and relapsing over and over again. And so in both of these people now, and obviously this encompasses everybody in addiction, right? Either you've hit rock bottom or you haven't. But what I'm saying is these people who kind of get stuck on this philosophical framework of looking at medication assistance, they aren't doing what they need to do, which is just consider the medication a tool for recovery. It's one tool out of many that you have to pursue and that you have to figure out the best way to use the tool, right? Because just because you have a hammer doesn't mean it's going to put a nail in the wall if you have no idea how to swing it or what to do with it, right? These medications should be respected and understood how to properly use them in a framework of complete recovery. Mind, body, spirit, etc. Not to be just used as a substitute or a crutch or a get out of jail free card. And so to me, that is the biggest problem, this idea of rock bottom. Now let's talk about rock bottom a little more, and maybe I should do a separate video on this, but this idea of rock bottom is important because you don't actually have to hit rock bottom to understand it, right? And so no, you don't have to wait till you've hit rock bottom to actually get help for your addiction. This idea of rock bottom or the end of your rope or whatever metaphor you want to use, it's not a place. It's a state of mind. And you can access this state of mind anytime, and by seeing the patterns of your life and where you fit and where you're going and where you're heading and where you want to be. We see this same kind of language in the Bible when we hear about blessed are the poor in spirit, right? And when we understand like what it means to get to that place where you're kind of empty. And so it actually allows you to empty yourself of everything that's meaningless so that you can fill your life with everything that is meaningful. And that, to me, is the purpose of rock bottom. All right, guys. Hope you'll have a great day. Drink some coffee. Be good to your neighbor. Peace.